Hey, wait. This is what it looks like when you don't do anything with your hair. This is a problem.
Just look at the time we've saved. Nothing unlocks or lives in the potential light. Turning up the faucet, have the pulse to spread.
What's up guys, how's it going? I'm Zelda's twin. I haven't really done a vloggy thing in a while. I think the last one that I did was for my Twitch update. And coming off of that, don't stream on Twitch anymore. Casually stream on Mixer, which was once Beam, but just changed their name, but we'll go into that later. I wanted to do a little vloggy thing because something pretty major just happened in my life. It might not sound like major to a lot of people, but it was big for me because I got to meet you guys, or a select few of you. And it was honestly one of the best things. Like, what started off as like, you know, I was going to con, and I love Comic-Con. I've been to Glasgow before, and I'd never been to London. And at the time when I booked it, I was actually meant to be going to New Jersey to see a friend there. Loads of unforeseen things happened and it didn't quite work out. So then I booked con tickets. And I was going to con in London, and I kind of did that thing I posted on Facebook, and I was like, hey, yo, kind of going to con, gonna see anyone there? :3. And I was like, you know, probably not many people from where I'm from are going to be going, because I'm from Scotland, and a lot of people I know don't have the money to travel to London, let alone overseas. But a few people wrote back, and a few people actually arranged to come to con because I was going. So it started off with a couple of my moderators from the stream. They were like, oh hey, it would be super cool to meet you, let's go to the con. So we were like, yeah, okay. So we arranged for like a whole group of us to go. Myself and Lewis covered the costs of the tickets and the hotel room to begin with, so that we knew we had a place to stay and that we knew that we were getting in. And then a couple of sort of others were like, oh, you're going to con? That would be cool. I have money. Do you mind if I come? And they're from overseas. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So the first one to mention it, or the first sort of, you know, jokey mention of it, I mentioned to my friend Rage, or Larry if you want his real name. It's weird calling him Larry. I've known him for 8 years as Rage, so well, I mean, I've known his name from like a couple of years into our friendship, but I know him as Rage, so it's Rage. Rage is my friend. And he lives in Finland, and we've known each other very, very closely for 8 years. And we'd never met in person before, like never once. And we were always really excited about doing it. We always said we would do it, but we never really had an opportunity. Things came up in our lives, and we met through a mutual friend of ours, M&R Art. He's amazing. Go check out his stuff. But yeah, so we met on his stream, got talking, became really, really close friends, and then we'd always said, you know, we're gonna meet up. A couple of years down the line, and more than a couple, a good few years down the line of our friendship, Rage had to join the army. It's a compulsory thing in Finland, and we sort of lost touch for the time he was in the army, which I was really fucking bummed out about, like super sad. And then he got back, think he left the army last year or the year before, and we got talking again, got really close, really good friends. Like, there was no doubt in my mind that we would start talking again. We were so unbelievably close. And then I made a joke to him, oh, you never come to meet me. How about coming to con? And he was like, yeah, why not? So it ended up, he was flying over from Finland to come and see me at London Comic Con. Which was, holy shit, amazing. Like, you know they say, like, never meet your idols? Like, I wouldn't say that I'm an idol to him or vice versa, but, like, we've known each other so long that I was really, really nervous about it. And, I honestly couldn't have asked for a better weekend. Like, we were just, like, talking, like, as if we were, and like, over the internet, you know, like, as close as we'd ever been. And it was amazing. Like, I'll go more into depth because I've got loads of photos. Another person who joined us was Kane, or Michael. He's from Denmark, and he actually stayed with me in my apartment in Edinburgh a couple of days before we left, and a couple of days after. Sadly, I was working during those times, so couldn't really spend much time in Edinburgh with him. But he came down to London with us, and we played Mario Kart on the train for the whole fucking. It took us, what, 6 hours to get there by train or something, and we played the Switch the whole time. Mario Kart on the way down. I kick butt, by the way, just saying. Rage never beat me. Rage never beat me in a game. That's something to be proud of, given how competitive he is. But yeah, no, so Kane came along as well. I haven't known him quite as long as I've known Rage, but he is a strong member of the community, and has an insatiable love for cat girls. But no, he came along as well, and that was really, really good. He actually booked after the main four were going. Sadly, one of the main four had to drop out, so they never came. But yeah, so we all met up in London on the Thursday before con. So con was the 26th, 27th, and 28th of May. It's currently the 1st of June. And so Kane flew in on the 22nd of May, and Rage flew in to London on the 25th, which was the day that we travelled to London. Yeah, I always stress about travel, we got there fine. But Rage landed a couple of hours after us. Now, I hadn't slept the night before, so I had had 3 hours sleep the morning before the eve of our travelling, so Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday into Thursday, none of us slept. And got stressed, got down there, was fine, and then I got a phone call from Rage. Hey, I've landed! And I'm like, oh my god, he's finally here, like, this is really happening. So I start freaking the fuck out. And then he's like, okay, so because we had the tube cards for, you know, our travel for the weekend, because they got them shipped to me in the UK. And so I had Rage's one, and he was all the way over on the other side of fucking London after having landed in Heathrow Airport. So we had his travel card, and he now had to get to us. Now, bear in mind, I've never been to London before, so I had no idea. And I'm freaking the fuck out because he's landed, he's like, you know, asking me these things, and I can't help him. And so I get a phone call. Hey, I've landed, you know, I'm gonna go find out where I can get tickets, blah blah blah. That's fine. So he phones me back, and he's like, okay, so I need to go down to get tube tickets, so, you know, that's okay. So we were chatting away while he was doing that. I was keeping him company while he was going through the station, and then the line gets cut. His signal went out in the underground, which immediately I'm like, okay, I need to try and call him back. So tried to call him back, could not get through to his phone, could not text him, could not get him on any of our, like, Discord or anything like that, Facebook messaging, nothing, couldn't get a reply from him. For 2.5 hours, I freaked the fuck out because I didn't know where in London he was. And I was like, I'm gonna assume that he's on his way. Like, I'm gonna assume, because, like, he's sensible enough. he'll find his way to us, right? And like in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna find his way. We're gonna be fine. And yeah, no, he didn't find his way. Well, he did find his way, but he didn't let me know he was finding his way. So he was traveling across London for 2.5 hours in this tube system on his own, without letting me know that he was okay. And I was sat in a hotel room, literally, like, no sleep. So I'm in a chair, leaning against the wall with my phone literally clutched to my chest, trying desperately not to fall asleep. So I end up, Lewis and Cocaine end up, I'm like, just go out and buy drinks for the night, you know, go get some cola, go get some water, go get some, you know, things like that. You guys go out, explore London a little bit, see if there's anywhere we can go to eat for when Rage eventually gets here. And then they're like, oh, come with us. And I'm like, no, I want to stay attached to a phone charger with internet and signal where I know I know that if he tried to contact me in any way, I was readily available for him. Because I was freaking out at this point. I was like, I am not, like, letting Rage get lost in London. Like, this isn't happening. 2.5 hours pass, I get a phone call. Hey, I'm at the station. I'm like, wait, which station? Are you okay? Are you alright? You know, is everything okay? I'm at Woolwich, which is where we were staying. Like, I'm at Woolwich Arsenal, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? 2.5 hours, you traveled fair, and I'm so happy you're safe, but you didn't tell me you were on your way. Like, you didn't tell me you were safe once. I've been staying freaking out. So, like, at this point, I'm like, shoes on, getting dressed, like, blah, blah, blah. And like fucking running out of this door. So I go meet him at the train station, and never have I ever been so happy to put my arms around someone in my life. So I go up and I give him a big motherfucking squishiest hug. And then we go back to the hotel room, and you know, we play video games, we get a McDonald's because he's late. And we just like, you know, we chill for the night and everyone has fun. Then it's decided that the worst morning person in the world, I don't do mornings, like, ever. Ever. And it was decided that I was the wake-up call. Now, how this worked, I will have no idea. Like, never will I figure out how it worked that I was the wake-up call. But it did. 6:30 every morning, without fail, I was waking those guys up. And I'm pretty sure Rage has a vendetta against me, because now that he's at home and there's like the time difference, he's texting me at like 5:30 every morning. So every morning since I've come back to Edinburgh, I've been awake at 5:30 still. Yeah, so like, we wake them up, we go and have breakfast together. It's a case of like, it's just the most beautiful thing to wake your friend up in the morning and you're actually there, and like you're having breakfast together, like with Cocaine and Rage and Lewis, and we're all having breakfast, and we're just like a little happy family, you know. And then we go to the con for the first day, and I'm dressed as Diva the first and second day, and we wander around for hours. Like, we're there literally from opening to get our priority wristbands, until the place is like 45 minutes before it shuts, and we're on our feet all day. And at the con, we met up with AJ. You guys have seen AJ before. He's a good old friend of mine as well. So we met up with AJ, went for Starbucks, and then in the con we met up with Ducky. Now, for those of you who don't know Ducky, have you been under a rock? No, Ducky is one of my moderators, one of my guardians. He is honestly the sweetest. He's amazing. I love Ducky. His voice is just this little bundle of joy. Yeah, so we meet up with Ducky, and we just chill, and we meet up, and like the community is coming together. Like most of my mods are there, most of my guardians are there, and like it's not just that they're guardians and not just their mods, they're friends, you know. Like, and I see everyone in my community as a friend, you know. Like, they're not just another username on my screen, they are my friends. And yeah, so we go around the con, we meet up with Ducky, we get some cool stuff. I get some shirts and some pop figures and, you know, Temmies from AJ, and But Jamari's from AJ. And Rage buys me a Diva pop figure so that I can have a mech and blah blah. Just, we do all our shopping on the first day. And just our general sort of chit chat and everything. And then, we went to Wagamama, that's what we did. So I worked for Wagamama and so does Lewis. So we went there with our friends who hadn't had it before. And just, did like a big sort of tapas kind of thing. Just ordered in loads of stuff, just had a good meal, had a good laugh. Like, it was beautiful, the weather was nice, everyone was happy, everyone was together. Like, like when you sit down and have a meal around a table with good friends or family, it's an amazing experience. Like, it's such a nice feeling. Generally speaking, it's such a good, like, community feeling. Like, it's good to be close to people. But yeah, so after that we took a walk home. I took a walk with Rage in the evening. And like, it was just the two of us, and we just went out on a walk in a city we weren't really familiar with, so we had no real direction. We were just strolling, just talking and getting used to each other and being, like, there. He was there. Like, by my side was Rage. Like, this guy, a really close friend of mine. And we just spent the night talking and laughing and generally just enjoying each other's company. Like, I wouldn't change this past weekend for the world at all. And then the second day, I got them up again. Rage decided he wanted to sleep through breakfast, and so did Sokane. And so it ended up being that breakfast was served an hour later on weekends. So Lewis and I went out and bought in breakfast for everyone. And I had breakfast, got ready for con, went to con, met up with AJ Ducky again. And it was very busy on Saturday, so we didn't really stay as long. We stayed for the first half of the day, before it got busy, sort of around 1, 2-ish, and then we decided, at 2:30, 3 o'clock, we'd head back. Everyone was a bit tired as well, because it was really, really hot, like it was 25 to 27 degrees Celsius. That's hot for the UK, and I'm in like a full kimono, or not a full kimono, but like, there's pictures going up, you'll know what I'm talking about. And like, we did some more shopping, and there was a lot of people taking photos that day, so I was getting stopped quite frequently. Like, hey, can I get a photo? Hey, your cosplay's really cool, blah, blah, blah. Which is really flattering, by the way. If you ever see anyone in cosplay and you think it's cool, they want to be told it's cool. Because they're probably feeling really uncomfortable or, like, not that confident in it, because a lot of people who go to conventions, it's normally their first time cosplaying. Like, this was only my 3rd convention, and this was, like, a big enough cosplay for me, because I'm very uncomfortable with my physical appearance, and I've tried to fix it, but there's medical reasons why it's hard for me to do so. But for a lot of people to come and go, you look like your costume really fucking cute, or you're like, can I get your photo? Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, of course you can, no problem. There was one guy that I met who was really, really nice, who's actually a YouTuber and an Instagram photographer, and does like sort of really nice shoots. Kite Visionary, I'll put his links in the description. I had a chat with him and he was super nice. Like, he was at con and he was like, oh, I had like makeup on earlier and I was like, I didn't know, if people were uncomfortable with it, and I'm like, I wanted to cosplay but I don't know if I can, and I'm like, dude, and this stands for everyone, not just him. Like, he showed me photos of him with his makeup on. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that's amazing. You had the courage to do that. You should have kept it on because you looked great. But like, if you're ever thinking about cosplaying, and you're ever going to an event where cosplay is a thing, and you're worried, oh, but what if my cosplay's not good enough? What if my cosplay's like shit? There's so many good cosplayers, blah, blah, blah. Stop. Whether you make it yourself, or buy it, or get someone to make it for you, if you want to cosplay, cosplay. Because it is the single most amazing thing that I have experienced in a large public area. The con community and the people at conventions are so nice and so supportive. So yeah, we went home early on a Saturday and we had pizza. In the hotel room. We went out and got a Domino's because there was no Papa John's nearby, and just had a laugh and sat and spoke and listened to music and, you know, just enjoyed everyone's company and again, just spent time together. Like, you'd think we'd be sick and tired of being under each other's feet, but we really weren't. We played Mario Kart, we had a laugh, listened to music, ate pizza. Like, it was fucking awesome. And then on the Sunday, I got everyone up early again. We went to the con. Again, didn't stay as long at the con. We went out for early dinner because it was like family dinner night. This was the last night we were all going to be together. And we went to Hard Rock Cafe in London, by Buckingham Palace. And it fucking poured with rain. Like, we were sitting having our dinner and clothes that were wetter than fucking Niagara Falls. Like, but we had fun, we had drinks, and I don't drink, but I was drinking. I never got drunk. Like, oh my, Rage and Sokane got a little bit tipsy, and they got giggly, and that was interesting to deal with. But we had a good laugh, and we enjoyed each other's company, and we had so much fun, and we balanced menus on our head for free dessert because the manager was trying to play a trick on us, and then backfired, and we got free dessert, and it was ace. And then we all got home and we went to bed, and then we got up for breakfast on the Monday morning, which was the day that we were leaving London. And we were all kind of like, there was this grey cloud, like we knew what was coming. We knew we had to say goodbye to Rage that day. And I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the hardest things I have done. Like, it sounds really stupid. It's not like he's gone forever, and it's not like we're not going to see each other again. He's meant to be coming over for Christmas. But standing on that platform in the station, knowing that this was the last hug you were going to get from, like, one of your closest friends for a very, very long time. And this, like, you've just met them in person for the first time, and you know, it's only been like 5 days or whatever, 4 days, not even that, like 4 days, 3 nights. And we have to say goodbye to them again, and they're not gonna be physically here. Like, I've spoken to Rage every day since he left, but standing on that platform and saying goodbye and giving him like that last hug, like, I broke down in tears. Like, I fucking miss the dude, I do. And I keep telling everyone that, like, I miss him being here in person, I miss being able to like fucking bother him and like poke him and like give him a cuddle. And when he was sitting on the train, his train pulled up before ours. We were all standing through the window and waving goodbye to him, and he burst down into tears as well. So then I started crying again, and then we were just crying at each other, and then his train pulled away and I was sitting like ugly tears, and oh my god. It is not a bad thing, like, we're gonna see each other again, and he pinky swore me that he'd visit me at least once a year if it was like monetary possible. So I'm holding you to that, Rage, but Pinky remembers. But yeah, no, like, he's gonna come over for Christmas. And it's gonna be great. Like, we've started something now, and I honestly wouldn't change the weekend for the world. And I know I've kind of blabbed on, and I've kind of like grazed over a few things and what have you. But honestly, like, I wouldn't change anything for the world. This weekend was one of the best weekends of my life. And like, thank you to Ducky and AJ and Sokane and Rage, and thank you guys for making it awesome. And hopefully I can do more with a community like that. Like, I would love to meet my community in person. Like, I'm 100% for it. But yeah, so now that I'm back, I have Calm Plague. I'm drinking healing tea called Heroes Never Die. I bought it at con. But yeah, so that's what I was doing, and I just wanted to make like a little vloggy thing to cover it because there's so many good photos and there's so many good memories, and we had such a laugh. And yeah, and as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm actually streaming on a new platform, so if you wanted to come and hang out and be a part of the community that I've got, you can come and see the streams over on Mixer. The links will be below. But yeah, like, come and join the community. The guys here are great, like, honestly, and I just felt like making this vlog just because I wanted to talk about it. That's all. I just wanted to talk about it. But yeah, so I will see you guys whenever, possibly in the streams. Let me know if you come over from this video. Go check out the people I've mentioned, all their links are below. And I will see you guys soon. Okay, I love you! Bye! This was the last hug you were gonna get from like one of your closest friends for a very, very long time. Thanks for ruining that ambulance. Are we done? We're done.